correndo do cachorro. Ixi. Tá feio pra eles, hein?
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Taking their time again.
And the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. Need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
A laughingstock? We were outnumbered by a gang of bandits.
Yes, and how come they got away with it? Because we camped at that fucking pond. We've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
It's not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenis. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. What is this? When you finish.
Cheers.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
You know going
I
to the
heard
wedding.
talk about your captain.
Oh? What was that?
I
That
could
is
get in
what
through
you
my uncle. He works in
Oh,
some...
oh. Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right back.
Leave it out. Once you got through the first one, you knock 'em back like it's nectar.
Posso falar?
Sorry to bother
Então
you,
pode,
but
né?
I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember.
Não me lembro.
Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole? What are you gaping at? Struck dumb by my loveliness, are you?
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
We saved you. Me and my lord there. Surely you couldn't forget.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
You were washing laundry, and these bandits attacked you. I was in the water, and I distracted them from you.
That's nice of you, helping some unfortunate girl. But it wasn't me. You're mistaking me for someone else.
Ui.
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine.
I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that once. You need to get to Von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
Ixi. A mãe não quer ajudar não, hein?
And even if you could, that was the king's messenger.
Eita!
Health, lads. That's the most important thing. Enjoy yours while you still got it.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
It ain't what it used to be.
Christ, what's the hold up?
Por que está aí parado feito uma lua? Está pronto? Pronto pra quê?
What for?
To get to
Para
work,
trabalhar.
you pair ordered a
Não
lot
faço
more than you paid for. So you work your debt off,
Eita.
like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, He vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
From far away.
I ain't been further than the back off me old
Far
life,
away.
but I know this place inside and out.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathouse wench.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Who is this Semin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. For you.
What's taking so long?
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in
Não
suspense.
diga.
Von Berghoff is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, from the local noble family, is getting married. He's marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's going to be a big event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Berghoff will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Essa é boa.
Come on. Nobody will recognize you.
Maybe not now, but what about later? People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar. As if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
You know, sir, not everyone is born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Ordinary people have to work their whole lives. So you should be able to manage it too. At least for one day.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
We don't have swords, and we don't know anyone who needs protecting. So what then?
So we're fucked until someone rolls up his sleeves and gets to work. By which I mean someone of the appropriate status, like you. In short, be so kind as to get to work.
Cara folgado, mano. Trabalhar.
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about Bellatoris and the natural order of the world? I simply
Folgado,
cannot
mano.
carry
Deixava ele
sacks.
sozinho.
They say clothes maketh the man, and you don't look much like a noble right now. So, I don't think the natural order will collapse if you get your hands dirty.
What do you know about a nobleman's honour? It's not long since I had to drag one sack
Ah.
through the night, and if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now.
Vou encher o
So I
saco.
think I've done my fair share.
Cara folgado.
I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to push me.
Suit yourself, then.
Service is kind of slow today.
So, you simply aren't going to work?
It's not appropriate.
Right. I'll get to work. Alone.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs
Cara,
is more like a
folgado.
huntsman's work.
Será que tem
But let's
como
pay no mind to that.
fazer esse
How
cara
generous
trabalhar?
of you, Lord Capon.
Só se for na
I
faca,
know,
eu acho.
my
Hein?
dear Henry, such is my nature.
And she stamps and bites.
Cara folgado, mano.
You're not the fella who's supposed to carry the sacks, are you?
Oof. That isn't half heavy. Oh.
What's the hold up, innkeeper?
Agora, onde que é que eu vou deixar esse saco? Vai ser o problema. Será que eu tenho que descer aqui? Será que é aqui? Saco 1. Entregue. Oh, que saque, hein? Onde que tá a saída? Ah, e essa aí, ó. São 5 sacos. Acho que não dá pra andar rápido quando pega alguma coisa no colo. É sacanagem isso. Two sacos. Two, I know. Olha eu errando de novo. Quer apostar quanto? Que eu vou errar 4 vezes. Olha lá, ó. Oi. Você vê só? Eu tô trabalhando. Aquele manezão não. Três sacos. Quase errei.
Did you say?
See it again. It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? Or what the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trusky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond.
Arrumando
Only
briga.
a fool would do that.
Sai fora, sai fora.
Stop insulting our dead companions.
What dead companions? You think I'm gonna fall for that cock and bull story?
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel who fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like.
Eu só tava querendo levar os
And in
sacos.
fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Didn't you hear? Apologize to him.
Oh no! Reinforcements! I'm so scared! Take your numbskull friend and get out of our village. Right now!
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me? Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on then.
You scum!
It's a fight! It was him! Why did you do that?
Take that fucker out, damn it!
Lost?
These days, no one's ever really safe. Now
Slice him up!
Jesus! I'm hit! Come on, then!
5 contra 1, mano. Opa, não, 4 contra 1. Sorry, galera.
Keep your mouth shut.
Pronto. Tá aí.
Not his lordship.
Muito legal, muito legal. É pronto que o amigo dele só se lasca. Essa foi boa.
Who the hell do you think you are?
I'm the only one of us with any sense. I'm not the one who acts like a spoiled child.
Spoiled child? You're in danger of crossing the line, Henry. Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you along.
Well, that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
I don't fucking believe it. You're really gonna blame me for it? It was you who caused the brawl. Ugh, what an idiot I was to stand up for you.
And what good did it do? Fuck all! If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it.
E aí, galera, o que
You
vocês
trying to put
acham?
the blame on me?
Deixava esse cara aí
Just like that.
ou
Who
ficaria
else is to
tentando
blame?
ajudar?
You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Hey, let's just stop all this arguing. It'll just make things worse.
Fuck you. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt. Lost for words, are you? All right. Have it your way. We really have nothing more to say to each other.
Na manhã seguinte, isso aí, mano. Deixou o único amigo dele.